I'm going to regret this. I just said what you need to know about digital wallets, the do's and don'ts. When I'm consulting with people, they might be in crypto 3-4 years, and most of them are set up to lose all their crypto. Just takes one small little slip and it's game over to their retirement portfolio, in the digital terms anyway. So that's what I want to chat to you about as I'm walking back here. Just walking back from the gym. I found a gym here in, it's terrible, I don't even know the name of this town, San Vicente della Barbagallo or something like that. Look at that, it's absolutely beautiful little town. I'm just walking over the bridge here. I've got my van parked up in a little campsite up here, or caravan park, or camper van park, whatever you call it. And my arms are pretty sore after a gym, so I'm going to have to keep swapping arms. So, the first place people go wrong with the digital wallets, and guys, welcome to the channel, Bitcoin with Danny. We teach people how to retire early using Bitcoin, digital assets. Okay, try and push out a lot of education for free, because the fiat system is making life exponentially more difficult, meaning your euro buys you less stuff each year, and inflation's a big problem now, so you need it to learn how to become an investor. I'm investing over a decade into businesses, into myself, into assets, and I was fortunate enough to be able to retire myself, and I think anyone can retire themselves by learning to become an investor, and you have to become an investor if you want to retire yourself. And it's more risk not to invest than it is to invest, because if you don't invest, the system will bleed all the money that you make over time, and you'll give your money to someone else, a financial advisor, financial planner, whatever, and they might retire early, which is unfortunate because it's your money that's retiring them early. So use your own money so you can retire early. That's the Bitcoin with Danny ethos. And of course, if you need any help, check out our consulting, check out our Retire Early Club. So, first place people go when they buy some Bitcoin is, we'll start in the very beginning, because this channel is all about educating beginners, okay? And it's all about nailing the basics. So I was just at the gym there. I'll just do a little Danny tangent for a second. I was at the gym. 90% of my training is basic stuff, okay? It revolves around an exercise called a squat, a pull-up, or a lat pull down, depending, okay? And a push-up or a bench press. Those three movements, they're the fundamentals of building the strength that allows me to do press handstands and human flags and levers and all that fancy gymnastic stuff. So every single session I nail the basics, and that's why the basics are so important, and you can never revisit the basics enough. And I guarantee you, a lot of you guys who are listening to this, who think you have all the basics down, probably don't have your wallet set up correctly. And so listen up, just let's get this stuff right, because this is your retirement. You know, 10 years ago, a small bit of Bitcoin is worth a hell of a lot of money. And I think in 10 years' time, a small bit of Bitcoin is going to be worth a lot more than it's worth today. So it's important that we keep it safe and we secure it. So when people come into the space, generally, I'm changing hands here, shoulders and bits. When people come into the space, they start on Revolut, because it's an easy onboarding for them. It's quite easy, it's quite simple, except you miss out on the three unique properties of Bitcoin. It's a money with a fixed supply, it's a money that you can own, and it's a money that you can spend permissionlessly. My buddy Hugh there just coming back from the shop with the groceries. So it's a money you can own, a money you can spend, and a money with a fixed supply. However, when you buy it on Revolut, you miss out on those characteristics. You're only getting access to price action. So that's unfortunate. It's okay as an onboarding tool, but then people progress. So then they'll buy their Bitcoin on an exchange. And I'll just say Bitcoin, but this applies to all crypto. So they'll buy their Bitcoin on an exchange, and they'll leave it on an exchange, okay? Now, in the history of Bitcoin, exchanges have gone bust every single year. Every year for the last 13 years, exchanges have gone bust. But the big ones will be alright. No. We've had 3 instances where the biggest exchanges at the time went wallop, and people lost their funds, and they had to wait years and years and years to get scraps back. So what we say in this space is not your keys, not your coins. And what that means is, if you don't custody the private keys yourself, okay, because remember, they're just called coins. They're not really a coin, they're just a digital thing. But the private key is what a Bitcoin is, or what a cryptocurrency is, okay? So the private key, it's just a big long list of numbers, and that's basically the representation of the coin. So if you leave your private keys with a third party, okay, like an exchange, and the exchange goes wallop, well, so does your funds. Now you don't have any money, okay? So that's called counterparty risk. The whole invention of Bitcoin, okay, was a bearer asset instrument. This is the beauty of it, and why you should try and experience Bitcoin to its fullest. And that means you should own it and watch it working, and actually do a peer-to-peer transaction. And when you understand what's going on, it blows your world, and you go, oh my god, this is like the invention of steel. When steel was invented, we didn't know we were going to build rocket ships with it. okay, or skyscrapers. Well, that's what Bitcoin is. It's this amazing new tool, and people can't even understand what we're going to build on top of this now, because we've got a bare instrument. We've basically created digital energy. Okay, don't worry about all this stuff anyway. For a beginner, forget it. Let's keep moving. Okay, so you're holding your Bitcoin crypto on an exchange. Not a good idea. Next step to become more sovereign is to take self-custody, we call it. Now, if you're in Dublin at all, check out any of the Dublin People magazines, because I wrote an article all about this. It's is it out now? What day is today? I'm ashamed to say I don't know what day it is. Oh, it's Friday. It'll be out on Monday, I think, or something like that. But so what you'll buy is a digital wallet. Okay. Now there's two types of wallets. We have hot wallets, okay, or also called a software wallet, and that means that they just sit on an app on your phone. Okay. So it's not an actual thing. It's just an application on your phone, just like Facebook is just an application on your phone. You know, you don't have a physical device that you hold all your photos in. For Facebook, it's just an app on your phone. Okay? And then the second option, they're both pros and cons. We won't go too much into all the nuance with them. I just wanted this to be a 10,000 foot overview to give you, you know, a bit of a clue without going too much into detail to confuse you. So we've hot wallets, okay? And then we have cold wallets, and a cold wallet is a hardware wallet. So it's an actual thing. It looks like a USB stick. Okay, so you can hold it in your hand, and that's called a hardware wallet. Okay, also referred to as cold storage, or a cold wallet. And this is the most secure way that you can hold your private keys, because now they're offline. They're not connected to the internet, and all you have to do is keep the wallet safe. But Dinny, what if I lose my wallet? What if I spill my coffee on it? What if my dog eats it? Well, that'll be a problem if you don't back it up correctly. Luckily, we can make backups, okay? So what the wallet is imagine your wallet is just a key. It's a key because your Bitcoin doesn't go on the wallet, because then if you lost the wallet, the Bitcoin would be gone. However, your Bitcoin is recoverable. If you have your Bitcoin on your wallet and you lose your wallet, it's still recoverable. So the wallet is, just think of it like a key, all right? And we can have a backup, which we can basically print a spare key with if we need a spare key. Because all the Bitcoin is in the ether, okay? It's in the internet, which means it's everywhere and it's nowhere. You know, it's just in the ether. So when we back up our wallet correctly and we take down our private key, okay, you don't want to store your private key online. That means you don't want to make a digital copy of your private key. So, you know, it might be convenient to take a photograph of your private key, but that's not a good idea, because your phone is connected to the internet, and all anyone has to do is find that picture and they have access to your funds forever. Okay? So this is the irony of the digital money. The backup for the digital money we keep in the analog world. We don't let it go into the digital world, or we keep it in the physical world, and we don't allow it to go into the digital world. Okay, and what we use instead is what's called a steel wallet. Okay, and you can make your own steel wallet. You can go onto YouTube and you'll get an instruction video. They're not that hard to do. You can make a paper wallet, but obviously a paper wallet isn't that secure, because a mouse could eat the paper. You could spill your coffee on it and you wouldn't be able to read it. So a steel wallet is much better. And that's what we do for all our clients in our consulting, is we set them up with all this and we back it all up and we set up an inheritance plan, you know, so that they understand they can never lose their crypto, or their family can never lose it. Okay, so you get yourself a steel wallet and you back yourself up that way. Now, so you've gone from Revolut to an exchange, to withdrawing your Bitcoin from an exchange, to getting yourself a software wallet first maybe, then going, okay, I want more security, so I'm going to go hardware wallet. You bought yourself a hardware wallet, you got yourself a steel wallet. You're set to go, are you? No, there's more. By the way, ignore the scammers there. I'll delete them when I get off the live. If you enjoy the content and you're learning, or you'd like to push it out there and you're a Bitcoiner, hit the like button, hit the share button, because how we basically take power from central banks happens to bottom up movement. Okay, those at the top don't want Bitcoin to succeed. Those at the top have no interest in Bitcoin, because it's going to demonetize their business model, which is to bleed wealth from the poor and lower class and keep a lot of the world in poverty. Okay, so if you think, I don't like that system, I'd like to try a new system, a system that's governed by rules rather than rulers, it's up to you. If you want Bitcoin adoption, if you want the price to go up, the more you help educate people, and not ram it down their throat, but just educate, just push content, help algorithms, you're doing your bit. Like, as I say to people, there's 200 million Bitcoiners. If they all orange pill 2 people, we get to almost 1 billion humans. Okay, that's most of the adult population. It's done. Central banking is over. Fiat system is over. Okay, constant inflation is over. You can just work, exchange your time for money, leave your money somewhere, and your money will always be worth the same amount of money. You don't have to speculate and become an investor, as we do now, because in the Retire Early Club, I teach people how to become investors. Shouldn't be that way. Okay, and you have the power to change it. just as I have. That's why I'm on here waffling. Now what I done is I monetized it, so I'd incentivize myself to do it because I now get paid to educate people about it, which is pretty awesome, and you can do the same. Okay, so are you secure when you've got your hardware wallet and you've got your steel backup? No, but wait, there's more. Okay, we've got to test our backup, and this is where a lot of people, even OGs, they never test their backup. And I've had people come to my consultant office with considerable sums of money on hardware wallets. They had never tested the backup, and when we tested the backup, it didn't work. Okay, now fortunately, because the wallet itself was still operational, we could move the funds off it to a wallet that we could have test the backup and know that if we need to recover from this wallet, we can do it. So what I say to you is always test your backup. Let's say if you're on Ledger, you will go into into Manager, you'll download an app called Recovery Check. You'll download that onto the wallet. You'll put in your seed phrase, your recovery phrase, your mnemonic phrase. You'll do a recovery check. It'll tell you if it's right, and if it's wrong, you've got a problem. If it's wrong, you've got to get a new wallet and change it. And but the time to do it is while the wallet is operational. So it's really important that you always do a recovery check on your wallet. And is that enough? Well, it might be for now. Jesus, it's a lot, isn't it? Now, it just depends. You don't have to overwhelm yourself. If you've only got 1,000 quid in Bitcoin or 100 quid in Bitcoin, don't worry. But when it starts to become more meaningful, more considerable sum to you, you've got to improve your security. So is that it once we test our backup? But wait, there's more. It's like the Penally pen set. You buy one pen for 50 quid and you end up getting like 50 pens and a toaster and a kettle and a load of other stuff. Okay, so to improve your security further, once you've tested your backup, you'll do what's called multi-sig. Now, multi-sig means that multiple parties or people or addresses must sign for a transaction, so that you can't move your funds. You know, let's say if I have my Bitcoin, it takes more than just me to be able to move my Bitcoin. All right, multiple people or parties or entities or wallets have to sign a transaction. It's called multi-sig, and you could have like 2 of 3. You could have 3 signatures, and you need 2 of them to do a transaction, or you could have 3 of 5, or there's all sorts of other ways you can do it. Okay, and is that enough once you've multi-sig? No, it's not, guys. There's more. All right, after that, we get time lock transactions you can set up, and that's how I personally do my Bitcoin, because I know it's a long-term hold. I've no intention of selling it. I don't want to sell it. My Bitcoin is locked up for a week, so that I have to give a week's notice to move the funds. And that just gives me an additional layer of security that if anyone wants to steal my Bitcoin, not even I can give it to them, because it's in time lock. And a lot of the bigger entities have that, and although I don't have a huge amount of Bitcoin, I'm just very vocal. I'm a Bitcoiner, so people will assume I own loads of Bitcoins, so I want to keep the bit I have, so I put it under time lock. And that is now sovereign. It's recoverable. You're not subject to any hacks online because it's held offline. You've got backups, you've got recoveries, you've got disaster situations, and you've got an inheritance plan for your family. So if anything was to happen to you out of the blue, your family can still recover the Bitcoin. These are all things that we need to think about. This is called being sovereign, okay, and being your own in control of your own life. And if you like this video, give it a little like. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you've got it all. Let me know how far you're on the journey. We've got Revolut, we've got Exchange, we've got software wallet, we've got hardware wallet, we've got hardware wallet, steel wallet, we've got steel wallet backed up. What's that, 6th step? We've got step 7 is testing the backup, step 8 is multi-sig, and step 9 is time locked security. So yeah, there's a bit to do, but don't worry, don't be overwhelmed. Doesn't have to be done all in one go. Have a super day, guys. Have a great day. I'm just here in Spain. It's beautiful. A couple of guys getting in for surfing, and I'm gonna have some brekkie now just after the gym. Dinny out.